Okay, so I'm thinking Christmas dinner and I'm thinking Chinese takeout. So today we're going to be doing 3 super easy Chinese takeout menus. You guys are like, why are you thinking Chinese takeout? So just to explain a little bit, in the States, we actually have this tradition, well, some people do, of Chinese food for Christmas. And I think that the idea came from the fact that usually for Christmas, everything is closed. Like all of the malls, all of the restaurants except the Chinese ones. And so because of that, I think that that is how the tradition got started. So I thought what a really cool idea it would be to make 3 super easy Chinese takeout items that you guys can make for Christmas dinner if you guys want. I wanted to concentrate on super easy because why make it when you can buy it, right? So that had to be a thing. I am using a lot of like frozen veggie mixes. So this is going to be like a quick type of recipe. The second thing, why make it when you can buy it, is the issue with Chinese food always has been that it's so greasy that after you finish eating it, you just don't feel good, right? So all of these recipes are either going to be super low oil or no oil at all. And I only do this when the results pretty much taste the same and doesn't really affect anything, okay? If I need to fry something, I will fry it, but if I don't need to, there's not really a necessary thing to do that. So the first one is going to be a vegetable spring roll that is actually baked and not fried. And I just end up brushing a little bit of oil on top, and the results are super surprising because they are super crispy and super lovely, and you guys are really going to love it. So these spring rolls, super easy to make. We have some carrots, some bamboo strips, some leeks, and some mushrooms. Recipe is all going to be down below, but have those kind of cut into shreds before you make this easy sauce. So that was the Lee Kum Kee vegetarian stir fry sauce, which I like to use as my like vegan oyster sauce substitute. I have some of their double deluxe soy sauce as well, some cooking wine, some salt, some white pepper, and then I'm going to thin it out with just a little bit of water before adding in 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and then just a little bit of sesame oil for that nutty flavor. So now we're gonna put the filling all together. Just dump all of the vegetables and all of the mushrooms in, and I'm just gonna put in like 2 tablespoons of water to cook it down. You don't need all of that oil. It's not going to make a big difference here, but I'd say about medium-high heat, put a cover on and just wait a couple of minutes until they wilt before adding in 1 teaspoon of garlic and the sauce, and then once that thickens, this filling is good to go. So a little bit of technique here, the filling makes about 8 to 9 rolls. So put the filling in like a log first, and then you're gonna roll it kind of up to the middle, fold in one flap, and then fold over and fold in another flap, and that will keep the middle from being too crunchy and to have too many layers of that spring roll right smack dab in the middle. So make sure to brush these rolls with a little bit of vegetable oil on the tops and the bottoms, and into a 375-degree Fahrenheit oven. It goes for right around 25 to 30 minutes, and definitely judge it on the color. When it becomes golden brown and you can kind of like tap it and it becomes nice and crunchy, then these guys are good to go. So the second item that we're going to make is classic vegetable lo mein, and I actually ended up using some frozen kind of Asian vegetables that I found at the grocery store. So it's the ones that come in a package. We're going to cook this one with no oil, so it's not going to be greasy. It's going to be nice and light, and we're going to be using my favorite soybean noodles. So if you guys are gluten sensitive, then this is definitely going to be a recipe for you guys. So I'm going to start this recipe off with a really easy stir-fry sauce. So that was some water, some sugar, some white pepper, and then this is that leek vegetarian stir-fry sauce again, along with some gluten-free soy sauce. So that vegetarian stir-fry sauce though does have some wheat in it, so I can provide you with some substitutes actually down in the description box. So this part of it is going to be very similar to the spring rolls. Over medium-high heat, I have about 3 cups of just frozen Asian vegetables, and I'm going to put in a couple tablespoons of water and kind of like cook that until the vegetables just like kind of melt a little bit, and then I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of the leek minced garlic, and really just waiting for all of that water to dissipate before I add in my sauce. So these are my soy noodles that I've cooked ahead of time, and I would say put about 3 portions in here, and in go all of the sauce. Honestly, I should have used a bigger pan, but just mix all of that together. You want to season it with some salt and black pepper to taste, and really this vegetable lo mein is good to go. The third and the last one, I did moo shu pork for you guys at sort of like the beginning of this year, and I'm going to be doing moo shu chicken this time, and it is such a super easy recipe because again, I'm going to take some mixed vegetables from the grocery store. Instead of chicken, I use actually shredded aburaage, so just shredded fried tofu. But we boil out some of the tofu first to get rid of all of that additional oiliness, and that texture combined with like the hoisin sauce and the soy sauce is absolutely amazing, and it is just a super yummy recipe. So like I said, I started off by boiling 4 to 5 sheets of the aburaage to get rid of the oil. So once that is done, cut them up into shreds and set those aside. I have just a dry pan here, and I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of the leek garlic, and you can actually see it kind of like developing and caramelizing just a little bit before I add in a couple tablespoons of water, and that kind of like mimics the same thing a little bit as the frying. You're gonna get some nice flavors on that as well. So in go about, I'd say like 3 cups of like a mixed stir-fry veggie. This time I tried it with fresh vegetables at the grocery store instead of just the frozen. So I'm pretty sure both of them would work really well as well. And then after kind of those wilt down, I throw in my tofu pieces and just make sure to mix it all around before adding in 1/3 of a cup of the leek Hoisin sauce, as well as 2 tablespoons of the double deluxe soy sauce. How yummy does that look? So salt and black pepper to taste, and then afterwards you're ready to put all of this together. So these are just some frozen Peking duck pancakes that I got from the Asian grocery store, and what you do is you either microwave it or you put it into the steamer and they get all nice and soft again. And this is going to be fun because you can just do this as like a DIY for everyone at the Christmas party, and then they can pretty much throw it all together like a taco. So just add some like scallions on the side, some extra hoisin sauce, and this guy is super, super yummy. And with so many of these sauces, of course, this video is sponsored by Leek as well, and I just really wanted to do a special shout out to them because they are one of my constant sponsors. You guys see them throughout the year in my videos, and having a constant sponsor means so much to a YouTuber, and it kind of enables me to do the recipes that I want and to, you know that there will be somebody that is, supporting the channel along the way as well. So a really special thanks to them, a really special thanks to you guys. I hope you guys all enjoy these recipes, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year's to you guys, and I will see you all again soon, okay? Bye.